Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. The basement show, the was it public access? This is a public access network for Rob. It's a little echoey in here. More and more stuff is gone, so it's very. I'm sorry, I can't do anything about the sound right now. As you guys know, I am not a professional. But yeah, let's not dilly dally too much with me blabbing and stuff. I got a great friend coming on right now, Jay Malone. I've known him, I think now, but I think we're going on friends for 3 years. It's been 3 years. It's gone by so fast. But yeah, we've got lots to talk about. Let's go ahead and welcome Jay to the show.
It
Jay, thank
has
you for
been
coming
three
on.
years. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Gosh, like
yeah,
it,
three
it,
years.
it feels like nothing, but it's yeah, I look back at it and it's just one of those things where it's like Rob's always been here. It's just like it was you're one of those people that I just kind of felt so easily into a friendship with that it was like, oh, yeah, God, it's only been 3 years, but it feels like forever. And I love that. So
Oh man, thanks. Well, this show's for you, my friend. So don't pay me too many compliments. But Jay, for people at home right now who don't know anything about you, which I find that pretty hard to believe, since you and I pretty much share a lot of the same subscribers, friends, and whatever in the industry. But why don't you go ahead and just talk about who you are, what your channel's about, what plans you have coming up in the future beyond YouTube,
okay.
and yeah, just take it away for the people at home. So
Okay. Yeah, my name is Jay. I host the YouTube channel Square Pegs. I have been doing it now for I'm into my sixth year. I think I think that's right. Yeah, 2025 will be 6 years I've been doing this. And it's a hobby that I never expected to go anywhere and never really wanted to go anywhere, and has instead brought me some of the best friends I've ever made in my life and people that I legitimately talk to every day. And it's the best hobby I've ever had. There's no comparison whatsoever. I talk about retro and modern gaming. I try to look at it. Well, okay. I say I try to look at it through the eyes of someone that used to work in the industry. I worked at EA for 7 years, but that doesn't happen all the time. I usually just geek out about games I like, and that's really all it's about. I'm also part of the leadership team of the Michigan Retro Game Expo, which we are
yeah,
hosting our first show this August on the 29th of August, 2026, here in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Yes, there is an actual Kalamazoo. It is a real place, I promise. It's not just something Johnny Cash sang about in a song. It does exist. And yeah, we're stoked. It's a one-day show. I'm doing the show with my bestie, Game Dad, who I know is in the chat, my wife, Meredith, who handles all the finances, and our dear friend, Lindsay, LL Cool Games, who is our social media manager. And that's your square of power that runs the Michigan Retro Game Expo. So
amazing. Yeah, she's in the chat as well, and Rushmore show, a couple of people in there. Again,
hey,
everyone,
Rushmore guys.
I try to say hello to everyone in the chat, but I'll mostly just put your comments up on the screen. I don't like to take away time from the guests. But yeah, MRG is very exciting. I couldn't believe it. It just kind of, I didn't know anything till you guys just kind of, I felt like it just kind of came out.
Yeah, it was. So we Chris and I originally talked about this, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago. And it was something where we had it was honestly it was a it'd be cool if discussion, like everyone has when they're just being kind of shooting the breeze with their friends, where it's like, we could do this, we could do that, it'd be cool if we could do that, it'd be fun to do this, that'd be neat. And honest to God, my wife got tired of us talking about it, and Meredith finally said, you guys should just do it. And it was like that kind of light bulb moment of, wait, we can just do it.
Yeah.
But you're going to be involved, lady, because we are not the people that need to be in charge of money. So my wife is an accountant, and thank God she is, because Chris and I would be so in debt right now if it was just he and I making financial decisions. She's able to kind of say, yes, that would be really cool, guys. Let's plan on that in like year 3 or 4, instead of us just saying, yes, we're doing this, let's go. So it's really great. It's honestly it's a family business.
Yeah.
Chris, much like you, Rob, Chris was someone that when I met him, it was an instant connection. And it was the same thing with Lindsay. And the four of us together are, honestly, we're pretty great. it's I don't want to toot our own horn here, but I'm really excited about the possibilities of what the show can bring, and I think it's going to be a really positive source of community for people that are into retro games.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, and knowing you and knowing Chris and Lindsay and you guys for sure are community minded, like community focused, and I know it's going to come out in this expo. Like I know it's gonna you're gonna feel it when you come in this place. I can just tell,
Yeah,
and it's a good core. And I'm not saying that just because I know them, but that's definitely a good. You've got a good team, man. It's a solid team. So
it's a great team. It's and I'm sorry I'm looking off. I'm trying to. I've got
no, I do
I'm
it too. Yeah.
broadcasting on my channel at the same time, so I'm trying to get
Oh, okay.
my own chat open. And it's one of those things where the team we put together, we would not be as successful as we are without the people that are working on it. And we all have really different strengths and weaknesses. And the nice thing about it is that we complement each other very well. Um, it's something where I'm not great at talking in public. I don't like putting myself out there. It's not something I enjoy. Luckily, we have Chris and Meredith for that. They're both very good at it. Lindsay and I work really well together on the social media side of things. Chris and I work really well together on kind of the blue sky, you know, like I said, the big ideas of what we want to do. And then Meredith and I, obviously, I know where she lives. I know where she sleeps every night. So we we chat about merge multiple
Yeah.
times a day. Just hey, we should probably think about this. What do you think about that? And then we go from there. And it's exciting. We've got some big meetings coming up that are going to be hugely positive and a great impact for the show. And then uh, in a couple of weeks, I guess, no, about a month, and we're going to be over in Detroit checking out some shops over there and talking to them. And it's awesome. We're really excited. So and everyone should come to Kalamazoo. I mean, I know it's a 1 day show, and I think that's the biggest hurdle for us to get over is that it's only a 1 day event instead of a full weekend for people to come out. But there's so much fun stuff to do in the area, and Southwest Michigan is absolutely gorgeous. Plenty of trails and stuff like that. So even if you don't want to just be, knee deep in video games all weekend, you can go up to Grand Rapids. You can, walk the Calhaven Trail, go over to the lake. There's plenty of awesome stuff to do around here.
Yeah, I've been to Kalamazoo, and plus they have that amazing zoo there.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
so there's plenty to do that weekend where you can
Yeah.
and people if you may want to get a break from the expos too because
Yeah.
they don't they yeah they it's nice to kind of get out of the stuffiness sometimes and just get some air.
Yeah, it can be overwhelming. The zoo is up in Grand Rapids, which is like an hour north of us, 45 minutes to an hour north of us, the John Ball
Oh,
Zoo, and
it's
it's
not even
amazing.
in Kalamazoo.
No, there is no zoo in Kalamazoo, believe it or not.
I thought
um,
Kalamazoo had a zoo for some reason.
nope, nope.
Wow.
But it's something where there's Kalamazoo is really beneficial because it's the halfway point between Detroit and Chicago. Like
Okay.
literally, it's 2 hours to Chicago, 2 hours to Detroit. We're an hour from Grand Rapids. There is the air zoo. Chris is right. There is the air zoo, which
The
is not
air
a zoo.
zoo.
It's not a
Okay.
zoo. It's an air and space museum. It's a terrible name, but it's a really fun air and space museum. So yeah, we're an hour south of Grand Rapids. We're like an hour and a half away from Lansing. We're 4 hours north of Indianapolis, 6 hours north of St. Louis. Like there's so much stuff where it's like that's a drive away. It's so easy to get here. Just come, hang out, have fun. And honestly, like I said, it's a community driven thing. We're excited to have people there. We have incredible vendors that are already signed up, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great.
How big would you gauge this expo compared to other expos that we've been to? If you had, like kind of ballpark.
Well, we're a small show,
Okay.
and it's not going to be something where like we're not setting out to be a Midwest Gaming Classic or anything like that in
Right.
year one. It's I Chris is in the chat. I hope Chris can tell us the square footage because I'm pretty sure he knows off the top of his head, but I don't. But we have a huge vendor hall with I think we have space for over 70 vendor tables that are going to be there. We
Okay.
have panel rooms. We are going to have tournaments run by Channel 3. If you don't know what Channel 3 is, it's channel3.gg. They are a fantastic gaming focused social media site. None of the drama, none of the crazy stuff. It's just it's an awesome community, and it's a natural fit for what we're trying to do with Merge. We're going to have cosplay. My friend Savvy Jewel, who I met through the Cleveland Gaming Classic and Torg and other shows in Ohio, is going to be our cosplay judge and going to be running things there. We're going to have live D&D run by Rawson's Realms, who is a local D&D creator, and she's incredible. And she's super excited to be doing live D&D throughout the day to help people out. So there's going to be something going on every. Oh, we're going to have a board game library. So
Oh,
if
wow.
you want to come and just hang out and play board games with your friends, we're going to have like 200 games that you can choose from to check out and play. It's going to be really fun.
Okay. Wow, that's awesome. What about arcade? You have arcade? Did you mention that or no?
We're going to have a free play area. We're not doing arcade
Okay.
machines. The arcade, we discovered that renting arcade machines is really, really cost prohibitive. And between Chris and I, we have, I think, 4 arcade machines, and Chris owns all 4 of them. So there won't be any arcades, but we're going to have a free play room. Brian from BD Retro Mods is going to be running our free play area. So we're going to have, I think, 20, it's 25 or 30 free play stations set up for people to play different consoles and stuff like that. 42,000 square feet. Chris has said
Yeah,
it
yeah,
in
there
there.
it is.
So
Okay.
plenty of room. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to have a dedicated kids area. So if you're bringing your family, there's going to be stuff for kids to do, arts and crafts, coloring. We're going to have dedicated like rhythm games set up in the back where you can play Rock Band or Just Dance or stuff like that. It's going to be really cool. You know, we're trying to make sure that there's something going on at all times for everybody. And your favorite YouTubers are going to be there. And that doesn't necessarily mean Chris and I, but we have a lot of incredible guests that are going to be there. Dr. Scott from the Game Closet's going to be there. We love Scott. His
Yeah.
daughter Harley, she is a
Oh,
guest
nice.
at our show for the first time. We're really excited to have Harley. Like honestly, she's the big one. Like
Hopefully she does the interviews too again.
I hope so. She was the big
Yeah.
fish. That was the hard one to land. We had to get her. John Riggs and the immortal John Hancock are going to be there. It's just going to be fun, and it wouldn't be possible without all the incredible people we know.
Yeah, yeah. Which we know a lot.
We do, we do.
Yeah.
We're very, very lucky.
That's exciting, man. I can't wait. I will definitely be there, but I will also make a weekend out of it. I don't want to come up there for a day, so go up there.
We're stoked to see you. We can't wait to see you.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm excited too, 'cause I haven't seen a lot of people in person in a while. So I've been staying mostly down south for a lot of the expos.
Yeah,
So but next year it's all about the north and a couple of west coast.
that's
So
awesome.
yeah, so the south kind of gets the shaft this year. But yeah, well, you worked in the industry. You mentioned though EA
Mhm.
was 7 years, but you were in the industry total for 10 though, were you not? 10 years?
I say around a decade, just because saying 7 years, people don't get interested in that field. So
Was it all Electronic
it's
Arts, or
all.
was
Yep.
there? Oh, okay, okay.
Electronic Arts Tiburon in Orlando. Actually, one of the guys I worked with is in the chat. His name's John. He goes by Outlet Pro. He'll be coming up and seeing the show as well, which we're really excited about. John and I worked on a bunch of stuff together, most memorably Madden Arcade, which was our last project at EA when we were unceremoniously released from our contracts. But yeah, I was there for 7 years. I started as a temporary tester. Worked my way up over the time I was there to being QA senior management, and it turned into a career. I still do QA. I just don't make games anymore. I just play them.
Oh.
So
You're still doing QA today?
yeah,
Oh, excellent. Okay, did not know that.
yeah.
So,
I work on library software. It's as exciting as it sounds, but
well, I knew that. I knew you were doing that,
yeah,
but I didn't know it
yeah,
intertwined.
yeah. Still doing
Oh,
quality assurance.
see, this is why these shows are great, man.
Yeah.
So I can selfishly catch up with my friends on the internet. Well, what have you got planned right now? The direction of your channel right now? I'm still obviously watching. You
Sure.
just recently did. I think you did a couple handheld episodes
Mhm.
recently. Neo Geo Pocket, and did you do? Was it a 3DS one?
It was I did regular DS today. I
Regular
did
DS. Okay.
yeah
Yep. Yep.
10,
Yeah.
10 overrated and damn it, I always mess this up. 10 underrated and overlooked, not overrated and underlooked DS games.
Yeah.
I did that one. I've the Neo Geo Pocket Color thing. I'm on the quest to get the entire North American set. So that's kind of been uh, my main focus for collecting is finding Neo Geo Pocket Color stuff, which is very hard to do because It was not a popular system, and there weren't a ton of games sold. So finding
Yeah,
them is
man.
kind of like finding a holy grail. Um, so that's been slow going, but I'm over halfway to a complete set. So looking forward to
That's
finishing that one off.
impressive, impressive. And that library is smaller than Atari Lynx, right?
32 games
Yep.
total.
Lynx is 76, and then you got
Yeah,
to throw in all the indie games and everything else. So,
yeah.
okay.
You
So
can
wow, that
you
is
can you can go 33 if you include Fossile. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it was one that was supposed to come out in the States, but never officially released because they shut down production of the Neo Geo Pocket Color here. So there are cartridges out there. It was sold in a multi-pack. So if you can find one, you can get it, but it's very difficult to track down. So
yeah. You think that your channel, though, like I said, will maybe go in any type of different direction you see in the future? Or are you pretty happy with what you're doing right now? Or and then how do you feel? Also, I'm throwing a lot of questions. How do you feel right now with where YouTube is at today, views and subscriber? Like, do you feel
sure.
it's going down? I have a lot of friends doing YouTube who feel like attention span is kind of diminishing, views are kind of diminishing a little bit. What used to hit kind of isn't hitting anymore, but now,
I think there's a balance there. And I want to answer Retro Techie's question first. Can I ask EA to fix
yeah,
how
sorry, I
horrible the
left that up
NHL
there
games
too.
are these days?
This is what makes me a terrible host is that other people have to do my job for me.
I would love to ask EA to fix how horrible the NHL games are these days, but I do not have that power. I know two people still at that company, and none of them work at EA Canada, so I can't help you there, unfortunately. Oh, Riff, I love you, dude.
Yeah,
Riff has been such an unbelievable boon for me personally. Like, uh, I met him at Southeast Game Exchange a couple of years ago, and I will answer your question, I promise. I met him at Southeast Game Exchange a couple of years ago, and honestly fanboyed out when he said that he knew what my channel was. Um, and then we just hit it off. And Riff is someone I can text at any hour, and I'll get a response. And he is incredibly gracious with his time and advice, and just always encouraging, and just super awesome. Like everything you see about him on video is exactly who he is in real life. It's
yeah, I
uh,
agree. A very yeah.
yeah,
First time I met him, same time with Siege also,
yeah,
and every time I've seen him, he's never once been like he's just never above anything or anyone
yeah.
or very grounded into. Oh man, yeah, it's awesome, man. And you when you're somebody as big in like this kind of environment or community, it can easily get to somebody's head for
Oh
sure, you
yeah,
know. And
absolutely.
he's not one of those dudes, man, and that makes it great. So look at Chris calling him by he's calling him by his name too. Hey, Aaron.
Calling out the government name there.
I
That's
know,
cool.
man.
So how I what I see with my channel. So one of the things, and this is a good segue because this was actually because of Riff. So a couple of weeks ago, I did a video talking about what my top 10 NES games are. And it was inspired 100% by a video that Riff does on the Pixel Plus channel, his second channel, the podcast channel. Um, and it's just discussing what I think are the best NES games, not technologically or anything like that. Just for me, what are the ones that I can't put down? When I pick up my NES, what are the ones that I put in?
Sure.
Um, and it was such a relief to sit down with my camera and not have to worry and like focus on like, all right, I need to make sure I'm focusing on this and talk about this. I literally I just sat down and I was like, I have my 10 games. I'm going to talk about them. And there was no cuts, there was no anything like, I mean, there was edits and stuff like that because I swear a lot when I mess up on a take, but like the ideas just flowed, and it was something where it was so freeing to not have to worry about scripting or bullet pointing ideas, and I really enjoyed that. It was a magnificent creative process, and something I'm going to keep doing going forward. um there's some other stuff that's going to be changing. Like I've been doing the eShop videos for the Nintendo Switch now. I've done them for 5.5 years. I've reviewed over 700 games. Um, I'm going to be putting those on the shelf, just because uh, it's not fun for me. And at the end of the day, I like to have fun with my videos, and I like to talk about the things that I enjoy. It's one of the reasons I like the Video Games Monthly unboxings, because they're silly. I
Mhm.
don't have to be knowledgeable about anything that's going on. I can just be a goofball unboxing a box, and people seem to enjoy me being an idiot when I do it. Um, Other than that, it's a lot of just what I feel like making at the time. I see attention spans do slip,
Hmm.
but I think it's required that you kind of supplement your content with short form content to make sure you're keeping a balance between the two. Um, and I've been kind of pushing myself because I have a whiteboard up here looking at my 2025 stats, which I thought 2025 creatively was one of the absolute best years I've ever had on the channel.
Oh,
But when I
wow.
compare it to what I did in 2024, if I'm just looking at metrics, it was at least a 25% decrease across the board on everything. Watch
Oh,
time, subscribers, revenue. It was actually almost a 50% decline in revenue. And the common thread on that is that I did not do shorts last year.
oh, interesting.
So so getting people to view the channel is is hard when you're only doing long form content. It's very easy when you do short form content.
Right.
The trick is getting those people that watch the short form content to also watch the long form stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
The bait. You gotta get them
yeah,
the bait.
it's
Yeah.
it's exactly what it is, and I don't know how to do that yet. Um, I I have not figured that bit out, and I hope I do. But
Yeah.
um,
Well, Handsome's a start. You got that going. So
oh, please,
let's talk
this
about real quick
this
too.
old thing.
I just noticed you have the new logo shirt on for your new stickers and stuff.
Yeah. Yep. I've
Yeah.
got the Square Pegs Anarchy shirt on. It's available on my merch shop. Don't feel pressured to buy it. If you want to, great. I'm always touched when people want to support me like that. But
Yeah.
if you see me at a show, I will have stickers. Those are free. This was designed by my buddy Corey, who is my oldest friend. I've known him now for God 30 years. And his art style was exactly what I was looking for. I wanted
That's yeah. It's
something
really
that felt Spinal Tap. I wanted a
yeah.
summoning circle with the stuff that I like on it.
Yeah.
With and the pentagram on it is it's like, well, you like punk rock. I'm gonna make it like an anarchy A upside down. I was like, that's perfect, man. Just go for it. I love it.
And you're
Um,
only summoning goodness. You can tell.
yeah,
So
yeah. I've got my Dreamcast controller, my NGPC, my NES controller. It's the stuff I love. It's the stuff that
all right,
makes me tick.
I got a question, and then we'll go to a question in the chat. Do
Okay.
you feel retro is on borrowed time right now as far as a topic?
No, because it's always a sliding scale.
Ah,
Retro will always be a thing because retro changes every single day. Um,
nice. That's good. That's a
so
good point. Yeah, because what
it,
will come retro later down the line
mhm.
will then be yeah.
And all that stuff comes back around, like right, like so. Right now, like the biggest things are, I'm pretty sure the big purchase points are like Wii U, 3DS. That generation is the stuff that's hitting right now because
Okay.
that's a generation that is entering the workforce. They now have disposable income. They want to buy their childhood back. We all know this because we all did it. Like it's
Yep.
it's exactly how it works. Um, but when that happens and we start to see people really kind of focus on the things that made them happy as a kid and the things that they wanted to buy and the things that they wanted to add back to their collections, they start exploring a little bit, right? So we'll see people that are be like, well, I wanted to play this Mario game. I loved Mario 64. What's Super Mario World like? That's
Mhm.
I started on 3D Mario, but I never played the 2D Mario. What's that like? Let me try that one out. Or someone that is just discovering Halo, right? Maybe they're going to hop into Steam and try out Team Fortress 2 to play one of the original first-person shooters or one of the big multiplayer first-person shooters or something like that. There's always branches, and I think it's our responsibility as creators to kind of weave those things together and give those opportunities to be like, hey, if you're into this, try this one out. And it's a delicate act to walk or a delicate balance to follow because you don't want to just focus on if you like this, try this. You want to present things and kind of suggest, like as you're talking about something, being like, oh, and by the way, if you're into this, you might be interested in looking at something like this. So
Yeah, that's why I'm glad I asked the question because I like to hear or see other perspectives for like what, and then that's an excellent point. I didn't even consider the fact that there's stuff down the line right now awaiting to become retro, and
mhm.
that will become retro content, and then remind us that we're getting even older.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah. No, the clock is ticking. It's
here's your question from the chat from Julio. Good evening, happy Friday. Question: which game do you believe is not only important in your library, but important for the revolution in gaming, and why that game is a result of what we have now?
ooh,
Yeah, Julio.
that's a
He usually brings
fantastic question.
he'll bring some heat, man.
All right, so I think the most important game in my library, and it's not my favorite game, but I think it's probably the most important, would be Zelda: A Link to the Past,
Okay.
um, because that brought like really focused storytelling in and made you kind of curious about where things were going and what this kind of universe of the Legend of Zelda meant and where it could go. And I think it really kind of laid the groundwork for a lot of the kind of big open world expansive games that we have now today. Like you can see a lot of those threads draw directly from games like Link to the Past, or you can even go all the way back to Adventure on the 2600 if you really wanted to. But I think something like Link to the Past is where you get those, like you think about Link climbing up Death Mountain in that game and the boulders falling and having to dodge them and cutting through caves and stuff like that. You do things similarly in games like Uncharted, where you're
Absolutely.
having to climb through these massive wastelands to get to the peak to fight the final boss and stuff like that. And to me, that's really important. Like platforming is platforming. We're always going to have platforming, even if it's 3D. Those are all the same thing, right? They all have that same DNA, that same DNA structure. But I don't think we really saw something like that as far as where we go with open world gaming and huge open third person adventures until Link to the Past. Like you could say the original Legend of Zelda, but I mean, I don't think the story came into play until Link to the Past.
Okay. Yeah. Hopefully that's an excellent answer, Julio. Hopefully you were satisfied with that. I don't think I have an answer myself. Ricky just left the house. Yeah, I asked for Ricky was in the chat. So, all right. So we talked about the future of the channel. Went over some retro. Definitely talked about the expo coming up. So now that you're hosting your own expo,
Mhm.
what expos do you hope to be or plan to be at this year? And are you still doing the guest thing this year, or if
Uh,
asked, right? Probably yes.
Probably yes.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, I'm always open to opportunity. Like it's the marketing side of things is I have to be willing to go to shows. I mean, first and foremost, Midwest Gaming Classic, we're going to be there. That's
Yeah.
kind of the launching point for us every year because it's right around the corner. Well, relatively right around the corner. It's 4 hours away, but um, it's one of the biggest shows in the country. It's an incredible show, and that's kind of our congregation point. Like that's what launches it. I'm hoping, and honestly, that's the only one I know right now. I haven't actually been invited to anything else yet.
Okay.
Um,
Well, it's still pretty early too, right? I mean, we're
yeah,
not actually in the yeah. So, although
if
I
I
do see
had
Cleveland. Cleveland's already generating buzz.
if I had to guess, I would be back at Cleveland.
Yeah.
I've been there 3 years in a row. I would be ecstatic to go back. I hope I can go
Tom
back.
loves you, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's incredible.
Yeah.
Um, I hope to go back to Pittsburgh this year. Pittsburgh's a great show. The
I'm
only
going to
difficulty there,
my first year there this year.
it's a fantastic show.
I've
Um,
heard Scott told me about it. Yeah, and Johnny Graphics, they've gone.
yep.
Yeah.
The only tough part about that is that I have a work retreat every year, and it's the only 3 days of the year I have to be on site.
Oh
Um,
man.
so it's right around the time of Pittsburgh, which is why I missed it not last year but the year before. So um,
Yeah.
I would love to go to Siege. I don't know if it's in the cards. My wife and I are like the big trip I'm doing this year is we're going to uh, we're going on a cruise. So
No
we're
way.
we're going to Alaska. So I'm going to your stomping grounds for we're doing a 1 week cruise up to Alaska, um, which is incredible, and I'm just super
Are
excited
you
for it.
leaving out of Seattle?
We are. Yep.
Yeah. Oh man, dude. And you're gonna probably clean up on some Seattle gear while you're out there.
probably going to be spending a week in Seattle after the cruise. So it's going
Yeah,
to be 2 weeks of, just honestly just a wonderful vacation. So
that
that's
sounds
that's
really,
why
yeah.
Siege is kind of up in the air right now.
Okay.
I would love to go. Siege is one of my favorite shows. We have family down there, so it's always great to see them. But it's going to be really hard to. Yes, we do need a cruise convention. A Wasrum, we absolutely need that, and that's something that we've joked about doing. Actually, I don't know the feasibility of that, but I think that would be really fun. But it's yeah. So the trip to Alaska is the big adventure this year, and that's sucking up 2 weeks of my PTO. So
Oh
it's going to
man,
be
so
difficult to
worth
get
it.
to. Yeah, exactly. Like this was something. So we did a cruise to Canada a couple years ago, and when we were on the ship, we booked the Alaska cruise because it was like, let's just do it. This is a place we've
Yeah.
always wanted to go. It's kind of my top bucket list place in North America to go visit. So
Oh
um,
man, yeah, I'm going up there end of this month.
um, I can't wait. I really can't. Like,
Well, you're going when it's warm. I'm going when it's still
yeah,
negative. Well,
yeah,
they're negative. They're negative at least single digits now. They were hitting like negative 45. They broke 50 finally. Negative 50, 52, I think, and that might be a state record now.
that's a
When I
little
was up
cold.
there, yeah, the coldest when I lived there was I think we hit negative 48.
Oh,
So
that's nothing.
yeah,
That's easy. That's short and
uh,
t-shirts.
yeah. Man, that's exciting. Yeah, a cruise up to Alaska. What part of Alaska will the cruise stop at?
So we stop in Juneau, we stop in
Okay.
Sitka.
Okay.
Uh, we're
Well,
going
you're
to
gonna
one of
like
the.
Sitka.
I'm really excited for Sitka.
Yeah, it's
Um,
really nice.
I'm really fascinated by indigenous culture, so I'm really excited to kind of go and learn about it a little bit, and as opposed to just being from afar and kind of reading about it, like actually hearing the stories and kind of seeing stuff like that on excursions. I'm really excited for, and
This is the whole family. Victor's going too.
yep,
Okay,
yep.
awesome. That's good to hear. Yeah, how's he doing, by the way? Sorry, I'm trying to detract from you, but
Oh no, you're good. He
yep.
just turned 17.
Jeez,
He
man, it's
Yeah,
catching
dude.
up to
Like,
my boy, man.
yeah, he's doing really well. He's doing college classes already.
Jeez.
He's doing a program where he does. It's called early middle college. Basically, he tacks an extra year of high school on, so
Okay.
he's 13 years of high school. Um, but at the end of it, he graduates with an associate's degree for free. And he was 4.0 GPA first semester in college.
Wow,
So
man.
yeah, he, he's
Well,
he's
tell him congrats for me, and that's
I
amazing,
will
man.
I will.
Yeah, that's
He's really
amazing.
excited to see you. He misses you.
Oh,
So
I do. I miss him too, and he's gonna be so big now because I haven't seen him in a couple of years.
he's
So
gigantic. He's so
yeah,
tall.
yeah. Well, is that gauging it by your height? Because I don't want Chris to get involved with the whole.
Yes, it's gauging it by my height.
Okay.
He's yeah, it's John. He absolutely, yes, he's 17. I know he was just born. So John is who I was talking about earlier that I worked with at EA, and he was there, and that well, he wasn't there when Victor was born, but he was part of my circle when Victor was born, and it does just feel like yesterday. So it's it's crazy.
I'd agree here with Frank here from the Retro Wildlands. Your eShop videos are how I originally found you, and they're responsible for my wallet opening more than it should have over the years.
I
Yeah,
won't s- I won't say they won't happen.
yeah,
I can't do them every month.
yeah,
It's gotten to be a chore, and it takes a lot of the joy out of video creativity when it's a responsibility to produce it as opposed to wanting to do it.
yeah.
Um, I still love the eShop. I still think it's a great place to find games, but it's not something that I can put on my calendar every month and say I'm going to do this.
Yeah, yeah. I enjoyed it too. You've always found like the great games for like great prices too. Like I think there was I can't recall the racing game that you highlighted. It was like an 80s homage to Outrun, and I
Mm-hmm.
got it for $1.99.
Slipstream,
And
something like that.
I think so. Like the graphics look very retro 80s
Yeah,
arcade, very yeah, yep. And man, for a $2 game, and I think originally it sold for like 9.99, but The last time I was up in Alaska, I when I was staying at my Airbnb on the downtime I had, it's all I was playing was that game. Dude, I was redoing the same tracks over and over and over again to build up that money so that I
Yep.
could buy that. And it's so addicting. But yeah, it's because stuff like that though, and that's why I love like these kind of outlets, is that we all help each other discover that next great game, or that next great thing you're gonna play. So I'm hoping to go to Siege this year because now I'm only 3 hours away, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's
Um,
awesome.
and that's where I go to stock up on all my Hartford Whaler stuff. So,
Love it. Love it. Very cool.
yeah, so definitely a cruise sounds a little bit better though than an expo. No offense, I'd rather I think that especially going up to Alaska, so that's way more exciting, and to spend that time in Seattle. So
Yeah, I'm stoked to go to Seattle. Like it's my favorite place. Like I am just absolutely in love with that city. Uh,
yeah,
and to be able to go back and not have to work every day. The last time I was there for a week, I had to wake up at 3:30 in the morning to work my normal shift. Um, to be able, or 5:30 in the morning to work my normal shift, and that's not fun. Because by the end of the
yeah.
day, I was dead. So I'm looking forward to being able to go and just enjoy it. So
Yeah, no, that's the
yeah.
same. I have a soft spot for it because my
Mhm.
my best friend Adam, being out from Washington there, and obviously
You've got a
the
sub
sub
pop
pop.
on, so
I've always been a huge and they do it right, Jay. They do it right down there in Seattle as far as the layout. I
yep.
mean, especially if you're a sports person, you can just park at the marina, or if you boat in. I've got friends that just boat in, and you can just hang out on the boat and then go to and you got all the stadiums are right there. It's just laid out like the flow of the city is the easiest navigatable city I've been in, I think. So
I would agree with
um,
that.
yeah, because you can just go on foot everywhere.
Yeah, and
And
it just the history of the city is fascinating too. Like there's just
yeah,
so much stuff that's happened there. The surrounding area is incredible too. Like Everett, Washington's gorgeous.
hmm,
There's a place that's northeast of Seattle called Granite Falls, which
okay.
is just like picturesque, and it's picturesque to, I'm from Massachusetts, Florida, and Michigan. Those are the places I've lived. So to me, it's like people in Washington, it's probably like, no, it's just it's a town on a mountain. What are you talking about? It's not picturesque. But to me, it's like this place is stunning.
Yeah.
um and we have a particular place that we always go to stay in Seattle when we're there. There's an Airbnb we go to every year, or every time we're there, and it's right in the heart of the university district, so it's everything's walkable. There's a bakery right down the street that we walk to every morning. There's 9,000 coffee shops around there, and it's
Oh yeah.
just
Yeah.
I just love it, man. And there's so many people I know out there now that it's like it's not like going on vacation. It's just like going to a buddy's house. So it's just awesome. I love it out there.
Yeah, yeah, they're so welcoming too. I mean,
Mhm.
even I went there for a Cubs game. The Cubs were playing the Mariners, and my best friend Adam, is a Mariners fan, and um, the fans, like just even down like by Pike Street, the market and everything, they had like welcome Chicago Cub fans stuff out, and like I mean, and I know they want our money too. Like
Oh yeah.
I mean, like yeah, I'm not dumb, but I also do appreciate seeing that kind of like and then yeah, we spent time there at the stadium, and unfortunately for him, the Cubs I think were up like 11-0 by like the fourth inning, and so my friend Adam lost all interest in the game, and so then it became a matter of us just kind of wandering on the stadium, trying to find a way to entertain him, and then eventually we just went to like a local bar down the street and just hung out
Nice.
outside and just took in the beautiful Seattle weather. And but every time, like I said, every time I've gone there, very welcoming, man, and it's exciting for you that you guys are going.
So when we were there a couple of years ago, we kind of spur of the moment decided, because my wife's boss lives out in Seattle, and kind of spur of the moment, we're like, hey, we can get tickets to the Kraken hockey game. You want to come with? So we
Oh
we took her we took her to go see the Kraken, and it was incredible. Just like the production value of what that arena does is through the roof. It's the most technologically advanced building I think I've ever been in. But the thing that really stuck out to me was exactly what you said, how welcoming everybody was. And like
mhm.
I wasn't like decked out in Bruins gear or anything like that. They were playing the Blue Jackets.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Oh, that's right. I
so
remember you going to that game.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and it was such a great experience. And like the people that we were around were season ticket holders, and they were like, "Yeah, no, come on over. We'll show you where the best bars are. This is the best restaurant. You can go over here and eat." It was like that doesn't happen. Like it was
Yeah.
such a cool experience. And man, I have never left a city feeling fatter than Seattle because all of the food is incredible. And you just want to keep eating because it's all so good. Yes, Gonzo Joe, orange is my favorite color. Um, and like the freshness of it too. Like it's not just like, oh, they've got really good pizza in Seattle. It's like, no, this is like really good pizza that the sauce is from farms that are locally sourced buying the tomatoes. The cheese is from a local dairy. You know, it's
Right,
like
right.
it's just incredible, man. It's so nice. I just love it there.
I've seen the inside of that stadium, and you're right, man. What they put on there for a show is on another level. Like
Yeah.
it's amazing, and I'm so happy that they because you and I we both love hockey, and you
Hmm.
know, in my house, hockey is like number one.
Yep.
And so I'm a fan of like I just like hockey teams in general, and seeing their jerseys. I even think the new Utah Mammoth. I think they look pretty excellent too.
I agree.
Um, yeah, I think it's slick, man. I like the tusks on the shoulder and the Seattle. I love the anchor on the shoulder. Like I love all the details to it. And uh, now it just bums me out more though because they don't have the Supersonics now anymore. So it's like if they could just bring back the Supersonics, they're missing
So
it.
I've had a weird fascination with Seattle since I was probably about 12.
Yeah.
And it was when I heard Pearl Jam for the first time. So it's like,
Oh
oh,
yeah.
this is the Seattle sound. I have to go to Seattle. I need to know everything about Seattle. So I became a Sonics fan
Yeah.
because of Pearl Jam. I started watching the Sonics. I liked the Sonics and the Orlando Magic. I started watching the Mariners. I liked the Mariners and the Red Sox. I never thought that I would go there. It was just something I was like, I like the stuff that the city does.
Yeah.
And then going there, it's just like it blew me away how much better it was in person than I could have ever imagined.
Yeah. And Eddie Vedder's one of us, man. He's a Chicagoan. So people thought he was from Seattle. They thought he was like this big Seattle fan of sports. He's a like full diehard Chicago. Like he's a
Yep.
Bulls everything, man. So and I didn't even know that. Like I didn't learn about that for like many years, you know. But yeah, he's in tune with grunge, but he's a big Chicago he's an icon for us. So but yeah, Seattle, man, they definitely do it right.
Yep.
Definitely one of my favorite. My dad didn't understand the last show I just had last week. I was actually wearing a Supersonics T-shirt, and that's the first thing he asked me when I called this weekend. He was like, not even that I didn't even know he watched the show. I told him it was going to be on. He was the first thing out of his mouth was he's like, "Where'd you get that Supersonics T-shirt?" Like, because I think he was
Awesome.
not upset, but it's kind of like I was cheating on Chicago. And I have a heart, like a big heart for old franchises. Though I
Mhm.
miss the Minnesota North Stars, I miss the Hartford Whalers, the Supersonics. I miss that old stuff, you know. So I feel like if I wear it, maybe the universe will put them back. So
I get a lot of crap. So I mean, everyone knows I wear hats in all my videos. You know,
yeah,
hats are my thing. And I have so many hats. Like a lot of it is Boston focused. Like it's legit. I mean, that's home. It'll always be my number one. But like people would be like, "Wait, you're a Mariners fan? Wait, you're a Brewers fan?" It's like, no, I just like those places. Like I am a Mariners fan, but like my Brewers hat is like, I just think Milwaukee's cool, man. It's a great city, so I want to support the team a little bit. And then with
yeah,
my
yeah.
hockey jerseys, like the only thing I will never own is a Habs jersey. I cannot bring myself to own a Canadiens jersey. One, because I hate the Habs. I hate Montreal. And if I owned
Yeah.
one, I would be kicked out of my family. Like I would be written out of wills. Like I can't do it. Like I have there's pictures of me like less than a year old in a Bruins jumper. And like if I ever wore the Blue Blanca Rouge, I would be out, like just gone. It would be
Oh
exercised from the
yeah.
family. Just
No, and that
excised from
my
the family.
house too, man. That would be like me putting on a Green Bay Packers jersey or something.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
yeah, yeah, my dad would just burst into flames somewhere in Florida.
Well, I mean, I've got a Quebec Nordiques jersey. I've got Minnesota Wild stuff. I've got a couple of Kraken jerseys and stuff like that. It's all love. You know,
All of it.
sports are great.
I miss the Nordiques, man. Definitely miss the
Me too.
Nordiques. Yeah. No. And they were close to coming back. They were very
Yeah,
close to coming back, and I think Utah took that slot. So
they've
maybe
got the
maybe
right
it,
arena for it, man. Like they've got
yeah.
an
Well,
NHL ready arena that's amazing.
just like Winnipeg, I spent some time. I lived in North Dakota. I was about an hour and 10 minutes from the border to Canada to Winnipeg. So I spent a lot of weekends up in Winnipeg. But it sucks because the time I lived there was the time they decided not to have the Jets anymore. And then as soon as I moved, guess who comes back? And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, man. So I get it. Yeah. Well, Jay, man, we've pretty much talked about everything I think I had questions for. So I usually have a lot more prepared for you, but we kind of answered everything pretty fast, I think.
That
So
I'm sorry about that, but
no,
we
no,
can
it's all
chat with the
right.
audience. Uh,
Yeah.
Joe wants to know if either of you enjoy NASCAR. I enjoyed working on NASCAR. I got to make a bunch of NASCAR games when I was at EA. I enjoyed that. But I'm not a fan of the sport. I I used to have to watch it for when I worked on the games just so I could understand what was going on and make sure I was, putting in legitimate bugs, but not a fan of the sport itself.
Yeah, I grew up with it. My dad's a huge NASCAR fan, and then he got to the point where he would just videotape it. And so then he would just literally fast forward. He got to the point where like he'd watch it for so many years that now he just wanted to fast forward to and fast forward, and then he just completes the race. So, but I never like I grew up liking it, but I didn't like for whatever reason in the I think early 2000s I just kind of lost interest in it. I don't know. I just you get older, your tastes change, you find other things to do, and then you're just kind of I don't know. But there's a soft spot for it only because my father. My father loves it so much. So of course I love my dad, so like I'm not gonna poo poo on it. Um, I had a question in here, but I think did I move it? Sorry, there's so much. The chat is way out of control. Have not been keeping up with any of this. So, man, good lord, there's a lot of people in here. Well, I appreciate everyone for coming out, especially you sharing it on your channel. And apologies to anyone who's watching on Jay's channel who sees my production value compared to yours.
Oh man, my production value is kind of laughable. I just turn a light on and cross my fingers and hope for the best. It's all handled in post. None of it's live.
There's Fox. He's a regular here. Fox Psycher, Fox Play Gaming.
I do
He was
not.
on. I think Rushmore had him on as well. He's a good dude, but he lives in looks like in Everett,
Oh, Everett's
Washington.
awesome. I love Everett.
Virginia.
Everett's really cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's gonna be. I think he's gonna be on a show here soon coming up.
Nice.
I don't remember what though. He just had Bryce JW on his show the other day.
Bryce is a good kid.
Oh, you got a Habs fan in here. Do you want me to put that comment? Go Habs, go from
Techie, you break
yeah.
my heart. You break my
Oh
heart.
man, I feel like he did that on purpose. So we got we got a Steelers fan in here. Wasn't Pearl Jam's first big show at the Metro Theater?
I
I
have
don't know.
no idea.
Yeah,
No idea on that.
I'm not as big a Pearl Jam fan as.
Oh, that's my buddy Corey, who did my shirt. He did the design on this one. So
He's asking a Pearl Jam question.
he's asking a Pearl Jam question that I do not know the answer to.
Swine Tower. Yeah. Feel free to take that shirt back, sir. Well, Jay, I tell you what, I don't want to keep you much longer. I think this is a pretty good show. The excited for the MRG coming up. What were we were joking? You were in. Well, no, Chris was on Rushmore recently. I think Lindsay was in that chat, and I think we were saying it was. We were calling it merge, the merge of great
Mm-hmm.
people.
Yep,
MRG.
it's merged. That was kind of the whole idea behind it was like we had the vision of a street sign in our head.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of stemmed to, well, we should make it, and what could we make merge into? And we ended
Yeah.
up being Michigan Retro Game Expo, and we're excited. We've got
Yeah, it does have that quality to the logo too and everything.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's exciting, man. I'm really happy for you guys. I'm excited that I know people now who run an expo. So like know you. Like I know, like don't get me wrong, I know other people like, Rick and stuff and their expos, but um I've never roomed with them like I did in Milwaukee with you guys though. So that's
That was such a great show, man. That was so much fun.
yeah, it was a fun trip. And I wanted to say too, because Meredith actually took the time to sit down with me and create a spreadsheet for me for my YouTube travels. And I never even used it.
I won't tell her.
Well, she's gonna
It's
know now.
it's I'll tell you, it's okay that you didn't use it. I use it
Yeah.
like once a year when she's like, I need your receipts, and I go, oh crap, that's right. And then I have to input everything. So
Yeah, she
you'll
sat
know.
down and she created this whole thing so that when I would go do my taxes, I could like say, well, I do this, this, and this. And but I was enjoying the fact that we were all hanging out in the living room so much, and we were all just kind of like this little family.
Yep.
And she made dinner that one night, that pot pie. And like we had this great little. I didn't like care what she was talking about. I was just so happy to be there in the moment, and I don't
Yeah.
want that to be taken as rude. It's just I was so happy to just sit there and hang out with her that she could have been telling me like the history of crossword puzzles. I wouldn't. I've just been like I was having a good time. So I just wanted to share that, and because I never did get to express my gratitude for that moment. So. And I never did really get to express my gratitude fully for you guys reaching out and saying like, "Hey, we have an extra room up here in Milwaukee if you want to come hang out with us," because I was like secretly hoping you guys would ask. I was like, man, I really hope they would, but you don't want to ask yourself because that's
Sure.
weird, right? Like, yeah. But it was, man, it was definitely, and that was my first big expo too that I've ever been to was Milwaukee. That was like the biggest one I've been. It was like the jumping off for other expos. So
Yeah.
it was a great time.
The one that sticks out to me, the one that like the big positive memory that I have from our time together is when we were at Siege and we went to that barbecue restaurant, because it wasn't just like us. It was, getting to meet your
Oh
wife and your kids and hanging out with them, and
yeah,
like kind of just getting and learning more about, your life and your family, and like your kids are incredible, your wife's hilarious. It was
thank
it
you.
was it
Yeah.
was just awesome to be around, and it was like I said at the start, it was easy to fall into a friendship with you because it felt like you'd always just been here, and it
Uh,
was like,
yeah.
and to know that that extends to your, your wife and your kids as well. It was just like, this is great. It was so
Oh
nice
man.
to spend time together and not worry about, we have to get back to the show, we have to do this, we have to do that. It was just like, no, we're at dinner. This is friends at dinner, and we can take as much time as we want to. So
Yeah, I had to get more of that macaroni and cheese where that
that stuff
restaurant,
was
man.
so good.
Almighty. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, a lot of people don't. I'm kind of a mystery on the internet. People really don't know. Only the people close to me, like you, and know my dynamics. And so, yeah, it actually means a lot that you said that, and that we were able to spend that time in Siege. So it was a great time. Hey, I know her.
Yeah, here she comes. Hold on. There she is. That's
Hey, how are
Meredith.
you?
That's Meredith. He
Yeah,
asked
it's
how you're
good to
doing.
see you.
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, good. I can hear you just fine. Yeah. How? Yeah, man. I'm excited about
Really?
the MRG coming up. I was just talking about. Did you hear me talking about you?
Did you hear him talking about you?
No.
No, because
Oh,
I've
okay.
got you on. I've got you on headphones, so she didn't hear
Oh,
anything.
okay. That
Just
makes
saying
sense.
hello.
Yeah, yeah. There's one more thing to point out what an idiot I am. You have head. I don't understand how headphones work.
All right. I'll see you guys later. I just wanted to say
All right,
hi.
good to see you. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, no. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for the kind words. And like I said, Siege. That was a great point. We could also, man, since she was in the room too, we could bring up when she flew past me on the road when we were driving to the restaurant.
Or when we went to the restaurant in Milwaukee and that lady threatened to kill us when you were
Oh,
driving.
yeah, that's right.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that was
Yeah.
fun.
I'm Milwaukee. Good times, man.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, Jay, listen. Again, sorry, I'm gonna let you get going. Please, for the viewers at home, go ahead and just let everyone know where they can find you.
Yeah,
All forms of whatever social, how they can get involved with the show or tickets or whatever.
yeah,
Everything you want to get out, sir.
Yeah, so Michigan Retro Game Expo, mrgexpo.com. Tickets are on sale now, as well as merchandise. Would love to have folks come out. Be sure to look at the different VIP packages we have. One of them is going to have an exclusive NES game, so pay attention to that. Really excited about that one. But that's the big thing for Merge is mrgexpo.com, and all of our socials for Merge are at mrgexpo as well. So you can follow us everywhere for that. As far as me, I'm at Square Pegs on YouTube, at Square Pegs YT, pretty much everywhere else. Yeah, would love to have folks follow along. I mean, it's my buddy Aldo is in the chat, or was in the chat, and he says that my videos are like sitting by a campfire talking to a friend about video games. If that's your vibe, stop by. And if you like to see someone make an idiot out of themselves when they unbox things, that's me too. Love to have you be here. So
yeah, very warm and inviting videos. Absolutely. Yeah. You got everything is great about you, Jay, man. It just all clicks, man. And when people meet you in person and they see that you come through the same way, it's very refreshing. So
thank you very much.
Yeah. You're very huggable, by the way. I feel like when I see you, I always want to
Thank you. If folks are watching and they want to hug me, I need to know you first. Don't just run up and hug me, because you will get hit.
There's a disclaimer at home. Do not just randomly. Okay.
Ask first. I think Chris says if you just yell, "I'm going to hug you," and then hug me, that counts as a warning. So
Chris too is huggable too. So he.
That's true. He very much is.
Yeah. Well, I can't thank you enough, old friend, for being on, man. I really appreciate you reaching out. I didn't pick any certain order of people for this whole thing that I'm doing. Whoever just started reaching out right away. I just kind of panic fired and was like, yes, 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 yes. So hopefully end of February, March, I'll have a better format where I've got people on here. It's a little more streamlined, but I really appreciate you, man, coming on, catching up a little bit. It's been great, man. I look forward to seeing you again here soon, especially August. I'll definitely be up in August. We'll go out and hang out.
I look forward to it. And I'm honestly, I feel so fortunate to be on this show, because I have said, and Chris can vouch for this, I've said numerous times that YouTube hasn't felt right without you on it, because you're such a positive, calming voice for gaming, that I think it's something that our kind of hobby needs. So often people are very loud and very aggressive and very in your face, and you're very centered. You're very in tune with who you are and what you want to express. And it was I was sad when you left, but I understood why. Like, I understood the reasoning behind it, and I obviously 100% supported it. But you being back just feels right. And I'm so thrilled that you're making stuff. I'm so thrilled that this is your idea of what you want to do, to just catch up with people and just give people a chance to talk. And it's a perfect way for you to show exactly who you are. And I'm so just truly fortunate and truly appreciative that you would have me on. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. That's way too nice for me.
Definitely not.
It's way too nice. But thank you again to the viewers, to your viewers. Thank you everyone who came out for the show, who will watch later. Next week, we got the final guest for the month, Brian Cullen, creator of Rampage and all other things amazing, will be on the show. And then we'll be on break until I get this whole move situated, which is February 10th. I will be on the road. I will be in my new house by February 12th, and then we'll go from there. So, but yeah, Jay, man, always a pleasure. Please give my best to Victor and Meredith again, even though I was lucky to see her. And yeah, I will see you this summer. Everyone have a great rest of your weekend. Be safe, be happy, be kind, and thank you. Good night.